What's going on? Motor City Sports Talk, One Pride Nation. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford. I've been promising this video for the last couple of days. Appreciate everybody that jumped on the live stream with us last night. If you missed it, check it out. It's the last video I uploaded. But let's talk about Matthew Stafford. And at some point, enough is enough. You know, people talking about draft a receiver or get Antonio Brown or, give him another Le'Veon Bell. I mean, you can probably give Stafford a Pro Bowl offense around him. He probably still won't succeed. Okay? I talked about a little bit on the stream. They have several options they can do with Matthew Stafford, okay? I think after June, it's only $10 million cap hit if you trade him, okay? But at the end of the day, he ain't worth $27 million. We all know that, all right? And it don't matter. I don't think it come down to offensive coordinator. I don't think it come down to scheme. I don't think it come around with talent because he had talent around him. Burleson, Calvin Johnson, Golden Tate, Calvin Johnson, Drake Bell, Reggie Bush. All these different talent around him. He had it. At the end of the day, Matthew Stafford is just not that good. We've seen Aaron Rodgers do more with a lot less. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Tom Brady do more with a lot less offensively. Every year, oh, man, the Lions got all these offensive weapons. And then get to the year, and we blame every weapon except for Matthew Stafford. Oh, we didn't have the line. And Larry Warford go down to New Orleans. He makes it to the NFC Championship game. Riley Reef, he doing all right with the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when are people going to look at it and it's Matthew Stafford? Oh, if it's this offensive coordinator, if the offensive coordinator don't work, then it's Matthew Stafford's fault. Now, what if it's Matthew Stafford? Yeah, Matthew Stafford didn't have weapons behind him. Matthew Stafford didn't have Pro Bowl tight end Eric Ebron with him that left Detroit and became a Pro Bowler. He didn't have offensive linemen and left and won Pro Bowls and won Super Bowls like Adrian Waddle. He didn't have talent around him. At the end of the day, it's time to wake up and recognize that Matthew Stafford is the problem. And the reason Matthew Stafford got paid, and Bob Quinn, if Bob Quinn knew anything about football, and I believe he knows a little thing about football, he know Matthew Stafford ain't good enough to win the Super Bowl in Detroit. But it was the Fords' decision to give Stafford that money because they personally like Matthew Stafford. That's just what it boiled down to. Matthew Stafford is in a personal loop. Just as Matt Millen was, Mark Mayhew was, Tom LeWine was. They were in a personal loop. It's more friends over business and over winning. But people keep saying, oh, draft a tight end and get another receiver, trade Marvin Jones. We trade Marvin Jones for it. Yeah, he had a little knee injury last year. You know what I'm saying? He had a little knee injury last year. He needed to recover. But ain't nothing wrong with Marvin Jones. Get rid of, get rid of Eric Ebron. He went somewhere and be a Pro Bowler. You trade Marvin Jones and he go to the Patriots or he go somewhere else and ball out, y'all gonna feel stupid. You can add Antonio Brown to this offense. You can add Le'Veon Bell. But when your problem is at the brain of the operation, the quarterback, you ain't going to succeed nowhere. You're not. And Matthew Stafford is the problem. We could talk about the Lions being cheap, the Lions being, frugal, whatever adjective you want to use. But at the end of the day, the one thing they are is loyal to a fault. They're loyal to Matthew Stafford. He's the problem. After all these years, we tried to cap for him. We tried to cover for him. Said they got to get an offensive line. No quarterback got it perfect. Peyton Manning didn't have it perfect. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. He was just that good that he covered up some deficiencies. He got the ball out of his hand on time. He changed plays at the line. He knew how to read defenses. He was able to get the ball off, make his offensive line look better. His ability to fit the ball in tight windows and anticipate made Edgerrin James, Joseph Adai, Marshall Faulk way back when for you young dudes, made them better. His ability to get the ball out of his hands. Same thing with Tom Brady. He wasn't perfect. Tom Brady got a whole bunch of, it ain't a who's list of offensive linemen. It wasn't always a who's list of running backs. It wasn't always a who's list of receivers. Brady made dudes better than what they were. Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? You go through it. Drew Brees. Drew Brees had Michael Thomas and what else? Real talk. And some running backs. So we looking at it is Stafford is just not good enough. Even at Georgia, A.J. Green made him. He ain't good enough. So you talking about adding all this to the offense? I'm going to serve you. They want to keep Matthew Stafford. This is what you do. Okay? People always talking about, well, what would you do? What would you do? Here, listen up. Listen up real close. Turn the speakers up. You know, put your headphones up. Whatever you got to do. Whoever listening, Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia, all these other dudes out here, I'm going to give y'all a couple keys to what you do with a guy like Matthew Stafford. You treat him like Trent Dilfer. You treat him like Brad Johnson. You treat him like those guys. What you do is you build the elite defense. You spend your money on your defense. And what you do is you spend your money on a run game. You get you another running back. You run him with Kerryon Zenner. You turn into a run-heavy offense. Play action, don't pass an offense. And if Stafford needs to throw it to win, which it should be rare, then he got the ability to do that a little bit for a short amount of period of time. You build an ultimate game manager team. You build an elite defense. You build a strong against the run, strong against the pass. You bring in some more defensive linemen. You go get you a pass rusher in the draft for free agency. Go find you a middle linebacker, kick Davis to the outside, find you a good number 2 corner like Bradley Roby. You know what I'm saying? You continue, and after that, you build on that defense however you want to build on it. You go find you a right tackle, find you a right guard. You know what I'm saying? Find you another running back. Ain't got to be nothing special. You run the ball 20, 30 times a game, drop back 10, 15 times a game. Send those drop backs off play action, and that's how you win the game. Get you a solid tight end that can control the middle of the field. To get you a nice run receiver that can stretch the field out, and you make it into a game manager type quarterback. You make it a run heavy offense. You play the time of possession. You got a defense that can be stopped and that can stop the run, that can force turnovers. You got ball hawks. If you get Roby, you get Slay, Diggs out there, Tracy Walker, a ball hawk. You know, you get you a middle linebacker that can cover and tackle, unlike Davis and C.J. Mosley. And you play really good defense. You run the ball. You control the time of possession. You play action. Get explosive plays down the field. Get explosive plays from your running back. You play like New Orleans changed their offense. Everything was based off Kamara running the ball, Ingram running the ball, Kamara in the passing games in the flats on option routes, Texas routes, wheel routes, screens. That's how you run your offense. You dumb the offense down for Matthew Stafford to the point where he can't fail. You know, you run the ball heavy, you got bigger windows. He ain't got to fit the ball in tight windows no more. You know, give him large windows down the field. You play action, go deep to Marvin Jones, go deep to Kenny Galladay. Have a tight end that can catch the ball over the middle. Darrell Bevel can accommodate that. He knows how to run those offenses. He did it with Tavares Jackson. He did it with Gus Frerotte. He did it with Russell Wilson. You dumb down the offense. You make it basic. The formula to winning in the NFL is great defense, especially stopping the run, great defense, creating turnovers, and running the ball. That's the formula. Stafford is nothing more, nothing less than that. He's a game-managing quarterback where you don't want him to drop back 20, 30 times a game. He can't overcome the BS, okay? He ain't that good, all right? He ain't that good. A lot of people going to get mad at this video. He could throw AB, Le'Veon, guess what? We still going to have the same. Oh, the Lions, they leading in yards. They leading in yards. They leading in yards. You know what I'm saying? But why we ain't scoring touchdowns still? That's what you got to ask yourself. Why we ain't going to the red zone and getting first downs and chopping it down the field and scoring touchdowns? That's what you got to ask yourself. Why aren't we doing that? If the Lions get touchdowns, it's on explosive plays. When he threw for like 40-something touchdowns, it was throwing deep balls to Calvin and going explosive plays. Why can't the Lions ever go up like the Patriots and go down the field and chop it up and put first downs and string first downs together and score? Why can't they do that? Why can't they do that? Because your quarterback not good enough, man. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. At the end of the day, I would entertain drafting another quarterback. Stidham from Auburn. If I want to go middle to late round, I would think about Kyle Murray at 8, Dwayne Haskins at 8. Stafford just not that guy. If you want a quarterback to go out there and be able to win games, you got to evaluate and start grooming the next quarterback to be. Because Stafford is just, not that guy in my opinion. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but that is the truth. But hey, it's Motor City Sports Talk. I appreciate everybody for checking in. We on Facebook, Twitter. Or you can reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Or you can hit me up on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Once again, in addition to that, don't forget, you can make a donation to the channel. Link's always there. Continue to share the videos. Is the best way to help your boy out. Just continue to share the videos, man. Other than that, man, check out my other channel, Goodfella Sports TV, which y'all know what it is. Motor City Sports Talk, your boy CJ Goodfella.